He just graduated college. Everyone thinks he's on top of the world, so why does he feel like he's drowning? He walks through the airport like a ghost, celebrated but hollow. By nightfall, he's back in his bedroom, staring into his fish tank like it holds the answers. He doesn't know what's next. He's not even sure who he is anymore. Benjamin steps into his parents' sunlit suburban home, the chatter and laughter of a homecoming party buzzing around him. Relatives and family friends shower him with congratulations and advice, but he drifts through it all, a stranger in his own life. Then he meets Mrs. Robinson, the older, sophisticated wife of his father's business partner. Their eyes meet briefly across the crowded room. Polite smiles, subtle glances, but beneath the civility, a spark of tension flickers. Benjamin senses something forbidden yet magnetic in her presence, a pull he doesn't understand. The air between them hums with unspoken possibilities, hinting at complications to come, while he struggles to reconcile curiosity with propriety. The late 1960s in America. Prosperity, suburbia, and unspoken rules of success. College graduates like Benjamin are expected to seamlessly step into adulthood. Good jobs, proper marriages, family honor. Beneath the manicured lawns and cocktail parties lies a simmering tension, the generation gap between conservative parents and restless youth. Benjamin's disorientation mirrors a cultural shift. Societal pressure to follow a conventional path clashes with personal uncertainty and desire for freedom. It's a time of polite rebellion, where the veneer of comfort masks an undercurrent of alienation. Benjamin's journey begins against this backdrop of expectation and quiet unrest. He's hesitating. In a dimly lit hotel lobby, the muted hum of conversation and the soft clinking of glasses amplifying his nerves. Every polished surface, every framed painting, every footstep seems to highlight how out of place he feels. Clutching the pseudonym Gladstone like a lifeline, he approaches the reception desk, his palms damp, his voice betraying the smallest tremor as he gives his alias. Each step toward the clandestine meeting with Mrs. Robinson is laden with a mix of fear and anticipation, as if crossing the threshold will irrevocably change him. The air feels thick, almost suffocating, charged with an unspoken tension that seems to vibrate against the walls of the hotel. He fidgets nervously, adjusting his tie, glancing around as if searching for an exit that doesn't exist, unsure how to comport himself in this illicit, seductive world he has stepped into. As he finally enters the hotel suite, the gravity of the situation hits him. The initial awkwardness of seduction is palpable. Every glance, every pause, every tentative step is heavy with unspoken rules and the thrill of the forbidden. Mrs. Robinson's commanding confidence contrasts sharply with Benjamin's hesitancy, making him acutely aware of his inexperience and vulnerability. The space between them feels charged, electric with tension and desire, yet fraught with moral ambiguity. The encounter unfolds like a delicate dance, a mixture of nervous fumbling and bold advances, until it abruptly ends, leaving Benjamin standing in the suite, unsettled and breathless. His mind races with a tangled mix of guilt, curiosity, and confusion as he grapples with the thrill of the unknown and the moral weight of the choices he has just made. For the first time, he feels the profound gravity of crossing a line, stepping into an adult world filled with desire, secrecy, and consequences he has barely begun to comprehend. Despite temptation, Benjamin resists fully giving in to Mrs. Robinson's seduction. He shows an unusual vulnerability and honesty, pausing, conflicted, unable to reconcile desire with conscience. His moral hesitation sets him apart from a mere opportunistic youth. The audience begins to sympathize. His confusion feels genuine, rooted in naivety rather than corruption. While Mrs. Robinson manipulates, Benjamin's introspection and struggle reveal his complexity. In those quiet moments, hesitant, conflicted, Benjamin stops being just a curious boy caught in an affair. We start to see something else: honesty, doubt, and the first signs of a conscience. We don't just watch him, we start to understand him. Over the summer, Benjamin falls into a rhythm of secret rendezvous with Mrs. Robinson. He becomes complicit, quietly adapting to her world of manipulation and seduction. She relies on him as her confidant, her secret kept hidden from family and society. This implicit acceptance marks a turning point. Benjamin is no longer an outsider. He has crossed the line and is fully in, bound by secrecy and complicity. The relationship solidifies his place in her private universe, setting the stage for the inevitable moral and emotional consequences that will challenge him later. Summer blurs, hotel rooms, pool chairs, dark sunglasses, hiding guilt. He floats through suburbia like it's a stage set, smiling for his parents by day, slipping into secret rendezvous by night. Every meeting with Mrs. Robinson makes him bolder and emptier. He's not living two lives, he's losing both. Benjamin's summer takes an unexpected turn when he begins noticing Elaine Robinson, the daughter of Mrs. Robinson. Her presence, bright and youthful, awakens feelings he hadn't anticipated, complicating his secret affair. Torn between desire and morality, Benjamin struggles to navigate the forbidden world he has entered. When Mrs. Robinson notices his growing attention toward Elaine, she warns him sharply to stay away. Her tone mixes anger and possessiveness, heightening the tension. Benjamin is caught in a moral and emotional crossfire. One path leads to genuine connection, the other to continued secrecy and seduction. Every glance at Elaine now carries weight. Every thought of Mrs. Robinson tempts him toward danger. This internal battle defines his summer, setting the stage for choices that will shape his heart, conscience, and the relationships around him. The stakes have never been higher. Personal desire, loyalty, and social norms collide in a delicate, combustible mix. Elaine Robinson returns home from college full of life and curiosity, unaware of her mother's secret. Benjamin meets her in a quiet, awkward moment. Their first conversation tinged with tension and uncertainty. She is polite, intelligent, and charming, and he finds himself drawn to her openness and innocence. Their interactions are hesitant, shy, but filled with undercurrents of curiosity and attraction. A small shared laugh, a lingering glance, a moment of connection. These flashes contrast sharply with the secrecy and guilt of Benjamin's affair with Mrs. Robinson. The chemistry between them is subtle but electric, hinting at a bond that could grow into something genuine. Elaine quickly becomes the emotional anchor Benjamin didn't realize he needed, complicating his choices and intensifying the narrative tension. Benjamin attempts to navigate dual paths, clandestine meetings with Mrs. Robinson and a fledgling connection with Elaine. Their first tentative date is awkward, punctuated by his guilt and hesitation, a tension that Elaine senses but doesn't fully understand. Later, he tries balancing secret rendezvous with genuine moments of joy with Elaine, a delicate act that teeters on disaster. Each encounter is fraught with internal conflict. Can he remain loyal to secrecy while pursuing honesty and affection? Tension escalates as Elaine inches closer to discovering the truth, and Benjamin's anxiety grows. Small incidents, phone calls, coincidental meetings, near revelations create a ripple of suspense. His attempts at normalcy are constantly under threat from the secrets he carries, building a wave of tension that crashes unpredictably. Each misstep or hesitation heightens the stakes: exposure, heartbreak, or scandal. Through these sequences, Benjamin's character is tested, revealing vulnerability, desire, and fear in equal measure. And then it happens. Elaine finds out. The girl who gave him hope now looks at him like a stranger. The fantasy collapses. The secret explodes. He's no longer just lost. He's toxic. Mrs. Robinson weaponizes the truth. Elaine disappears. And for the first time, Benjamin sees what his life looks like without either of them. It's not just lonely, it's scorched earth. Summoning every ounce of courage he has left, Benjamin resolves not just to uncover the truth, but to earn back Elaine's trust, a task that feels almost impossible. He tracks her down with a pounding heart, each step echoing the weight of everything left unsaid. The closer he gets, the sharper the questions cut into him. Will she forgive me? Will she even listen? Has the damage already been done? His fear of rejection tightens around him like a vice, and the looming social fallout only amplifies the uncertainty. Yet he keeps moving, compelled by a volatile mix of love, regret, and desperation. As he pushes forward, the audience witnesses a profound internal shift. This is no longer the detached, drifting graduate passively letting life happen to him. Instead, we see a young man clawing his way back toward purpose, ready to confront the consequences of his actions rather than flee from them. His determination radiates through every gesture, every breath. This attempt at reunion becomes the emotional hinge of the story, the moment when paralysis gives way to momentum, when despair transforms into bold, reckless hope. In chasing Elaine, Benjamin isn't just pursuing a person, he's pursuing redemption, identity, and a future he's finally ready to fight for. He hears she's getting married. Today, he drives like a madman. No plan, just love and panic. He runs into the church, screaming her name. Elaine freezes. Everyone stares. He begs. Her mom lunges. Chaos explodes. Then she takes his hand, and they run. Two kids with no map, just each other. Their escape unfolds on a bus, silent yet charged with emotion. Faces are flushed with exhilaration, uncertainty, and newfound freedom. The iconic final shot lingers on Benjamin and Elaine's expressions, relief, joy, and ambiguity coexisting. The future remains unknown, but in this moment, their choices embody rebellion, courage, and the pursuit of authentic love. The resolution is both triumphant and uncertain, a perfect cinematic blend of hope, liberation, and emotional closure. It's not a story about an affair. It's about the moment you realize the life you've been handed isn't the life you want. Benjamin's rebellion was messy, selfish, maybe even wrong, but it was real, and that's what made it unforgettable. Bonus fact, that final scene on the bus, the actors didn't know the camera was still rolling. Their smiles faded into uncertainty. For real. That wasn't scripted. That was the point. Benjamin's story is more than cinema. It's a reflection of the uncertainty we all face when we all hit that moment, where the world expects clarity and all we have is chaos. Benjamin didn't escape it clean, but he escaped it real. And maybe that's enough. If you've ever wanted to crash a wedding, steal your future, or escape through the back door of someone else's expectations, you're in the right place. Subscribe and watch more. We're here for the chaos, the heartbreak, and the stolen buses.
Wow, that was weird.
And the